Well, hello everybody, and welcome to a special off-season edition of Lightning TV, brought to you, of course, in association with mjdphoto.biz. We're here tonight at the Campanile Hotel here in Fenny Stratford because it's the Milton Keynes Lightning, one of the second fans forum to be held through the closed season, to go and get some news about the rink development and also some team developments maybe for the coming season. Let's go inside and check out what they've got to say. Now, as with all Lightning fans forums, it was a great attendance once again, especially bearing in mind that people are on holiday at this time of year and have other commitments. On hand to answer questions were General Manager Vito Rausa, along with Harry Houghton, and of course Lightning Head Coach Nick Poole. Now, there were also representatives from the Lightning Supporters Club who, on behalf of their members, have made such great contribution to the club over the years. The forum was open, honest, and gave all of the facts about the proposed redevelopment, which is due to start within the next couple of months or so, subject to one last development condition to be ironed out, which wouldn't cause a delay. There are also questions answered about team selection and recruitment, and it was refreshing to see the now familiar, candid and honest replies from the Milton Keynes Lightning management. Now, after the fans forum, I caught up with both Nick Poole and Vito Rausa to get their thoughts. Nick, first of all, the announcement tonight, first of all, Yanni Jokela coming back, great news for the club.
Yeah, really pleased. Like I said, we took a little bit of a punt on him last year because he hadn't been playing for quite some time, but really high skill level. I think he came in, not in the best of shape, but we think we've got a player that's only going to get better, and I think he will be one of the top forwards in the EPL next year.
You did say, you alluded to it during the conversation when he made the announcement, you think he's probably one of the most skillful players you've seen in the Lightning jersey, and he certainly showed flashes of that last season.
Oh, he's got a very high skill level. I think at times last year was a bit inconsistent, and put that down to a lot of fitness and being off for about a year. But as far as skill goes, he's the best we've had in Milton Keynes.
It's going to be a tough year next season without a shadow of a doubt, because the guys are all going to have to travel to Coventry for training and so on and so forth. But the signings you've had so far, you've got to be confident of a good showing.
We know we've got a good base to work from. All the guys want to come back, which is good. And that's the most important thing next year is having players that want to put the shirt on. We think we've got that. We're halfway there. We've got some good young British players. We're adding a few new players into the mix. Really pleased with Tom Carlin coming. He's a player that I think brings a bit of size, a bit of grit, and some goals as well. So we're going to have a good team.
Certainly, you mentioned Tom Carlin there, and that's the signing at the very start of the close season, if you like, that got the Milton Keynes Lightning fans really buzzing, because that's obviously a player that the fans really appreciate. He's a class player in this league. He's
a very good player, and he makes our team better. He's an improvement on our team. He's going to come in here and he's going to add us goals, and I think we can work with him. He's still a young player, and I think he can get better. I'm really looking forward to him putting the shirt on.
One question that did come up tonight, obviously the announcement in the last couple of weeks, of course, that we're not going to re-sign Kamil Twerdek. I think what we need to do is, obviously you made it very clear to the fans tonight that it's an internal decision, it's a club decision. It's something that Lightning have always said, that the club is always the key thing, the players within the club, the fans and everything else. And you've made that decision as a management team, and that's really where it should end.
Yeah, I think as a coach and Vito as a general manager and the manager of the team, the most important thing is you've got a group of players that want to be here and want to play for each other, and that's the basis for the decision is just making sure that all the guys that are on the team next year are pulling the right way, pulling together.
It's going to be tough to play against him, but that's hockey, isn't it?
He's a good player. Wish him well, and I'm sure he'll do well at his new club. But the most important thing that I can do as a coach is do what's right for the team.
Brilliant. Well, Nick, you've got a very busy summer ahead of you. You know, a lot of plans to make for Coventry at the start of the season. So we'll let you crack on. But thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
And Vito, tonight at the Fans Forum, you've obviously outlined the plans for the redevelopment of rink, if you like, and obviously the progress now that's going. Can you just update the people who obviously can't be here tonight, exactly what's happening? 'Cause it's coming very close now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they've got just a slight challenge with regards to accessing the services. I think they've got to reroute some of the services there. I think, and they're just waiting for the utilities companies to come back and agree a program to get that done. So that's just causing a slight delay. But once that's agreed, then it's all systems go. They'll press the button and crack on. And I have to say the developer was very positive. He's got Pretty much all geared up, ready to go. And I think they've had loads of meetings with contractors, project managers, and so on and so forth. It's a pretty big project, but yeah, it certainly looks as if things are moving well.
Yeah, it certainly looked like the Planet Ice and the developers and everybody else have got you guys involved as well, and a couple of little changes towards the plans and everything else, and they look absolutely fantastic. And the whole partnership between yourself, Abigate, Lightning Abigate, and Planet, the guys at Planet Ice has been absolutely fantastic, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, very much. I mean, we're very, very fortunate with Planet Ice because both Mike and John, that we made some suggestions in relation to the plan, and they pretty much they're the ones that will have the biggest say in terms of the internal look of the rink. And both Mike and John, we put our ideas, went to the meeting just to discuss the ideas, and they were on the plans already. They'd actually actioned them, and so they've been incredibly supportive. We've got to be mindful of costs. They're going to be a whole load of list of things that we're going to want to have, and we've got to decide which ones are the must-haves and which ones are just on the like to have list. But so far we've rerouted where the Lightning changing room is. That's changed, and it makes much more sense. That leaves 4 clean changing rooms for the other teams. For juniors and so on and so forth, a referee's changing room, and the design does look very, very good. We're looking at perhaps one of the ideas is to move where the DJ box is, because that just causes just a block of visibility on either side, D block and B block. That's going to have to go. We think that ought to go, and certainly the view of Planet Ice was, why not? We need to rehouse somewhere a DJ box. But so far so good. It looks really, really good. They've done some things with the bar, which I think are really, really good. They've changed the access. The plans do look very, very good.
There's one thing that came out tonight that is the resilience of Lightning supporters, and everybody looks like, yes, okay, maybe you're going to lose a few people for home games in inverted commas at Coventry next year, but they're already talking about car sharing. Everybody, there's interest in the bus service and everything else that you guys are going to do. Make no mistake, you guys have got a busy summer to try and put that together, but you've got the backing of a massive support. You just got to look at the turnout tonight. We're off season. People are not thinking ice hockey, and the room's full. Just our fans are fantastic, and they've got they want to know about the coaches. They want to know about times that we're facing off, and just some of them, anything to do with what's happening next year. They're mindful, and it's going to be a tough and testing year next year. No question about it. We're going to have some challenges. There's some logistical challenges of travelling and so on and so forth. But our role is going to be to try and make that as easy as we can, make it as painless as we can, and also make the product on the ice as entertaining as we can. And that's going to be key, isn't it? Because the competitive team is still going to be absolutely key. But again, going back to that relationship we mentioned with Planet Ice, they're in Coventry, and although they can't bend over backwards because they've got other teams to look after, the relationship is there, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and they've been very, very supportive, just to give us the opportunity to play in Coventry. Quite easy of them to say, actually, we'll fit you in somewhere else. But they've let us go into our number one choice where we wanted to go, and so they've been fantastic on that score. We've got Saturday nights, which is really key for us. 7:30 face-offs, which is also key because it just gives people a bit more time to get there for the games. We've got some things to sort out in terms of training times, but we're looking like we're going to get 2 sessions of training. So we're hoping to have, as well as a bit of off-ice training as well, which is good. So it's going to be some pain, but luckily we've got the support of some great fans, some great people in Planet Ice, and I think that makes things so much more doable when you've got people helping you along the way rather than being obstructions.
And this isn't going to be the last of the fans forum, obviously. These will be running right the way through the close season as much as you can and give information. You don't want to drag people out at night just to give them just little updates. But one thing that Lightning have always been good at is communication, and it sort of gets better this summer, doesn't it? Because it's a case of you having to. But you will have more fans forums, and you will invite people to come out and air their views and opinions. Yeah,
very much so. If you look at we've always talked about transparency, and from our perspective, I think things that you sweep under the carpet, you hide. They just become big lumps on the floor. And from our perspective, we like to be open. And so having fans forums, sometimes you can just nip little problems that somebody's worrying about in the bud, and it reassures people that we're considerate, we're thinking about what they're worrying about. It gives them an opportunity to communicate, put their views across, and I think that's important. We had a good suggestion from somebody tonight in relation to TV screens and the likes. Oh, that's a great idea, and stuff like that. I think it just allows people to be involved, and so these forums are invaluable, and we hope to do them, as you say, not too often, but certainly often enough to know that we've got a bit more of an update. We've got some things to talk about, and to make them know that that we're making progress.
Well, Vito, thanks very much for talking to. That's pretty much all we've got time for from Milton Keynes Lightning TV on this occasion. What we'll do is try and keep you updated during the summer, but for the meantime, enjoy your break.